Hello guys, welcome to yet another wonderful session of learning with Prepclass. My name is Tutor Olalekon Israel, your Prepclass tutor, and in today's video, we will be answering questions from the WAEC English 2020 past questions, questions 36 to question 40. Remember, the purpose of this session is to guide you on how to answer similar WAEC questions like this one. So, before we start answering the questions, kindly subscribe to our channel. You can also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop any new content. Moving on to what we have to do for today. Question 36 from section 4 of 2020 WAEC English past questions. The instruction reads, from the words lettered A to D, choose the word or group of words that is nearest in meaning to the underlined word as it is used in the sentence. I will go over that instruction again. From the words lettered A to D, choose the word or group of words that is nearest in meaning to the underlined word as it is used in the sentence. So we are to what? Identify the word that is nearest in meaning to the underlined word in each of the sentences. So, question 36 reads, it is absurd that people find it difficult to be honest. It is absurd that people find it difficult to be honest. The underlined word here is absurd. Now, which of these options has the nearest meaning to the meaning of absurd? The options we have are strange, abnormal, alarming, and interesting. The first thing to do is to define the word absurd. So what does the word absurd mean? The word absurd means to be ridiculously unreasonable, like extremely silly, something you can't even fathom. It is absurd that people find it difficult to be honest. Like, how is honesty a difficult thing? You can't even think of it. It is unreasonable. It is very silly. So which of the options is nearest in meaning to the meaning of absurd? The options again are strange. Strange means to be unusual, surprising, difficult to understand and explain, something that is odd, something that is new. Now, it is no longer strange that people are dishonest. Like, it is becoming a normal phenomenon. So strange is not the nearest in meaning to absurd. Dishonesty is no longer strange. Abnormal means to deviate from the normal. What is the normal thing? The normal thing is people are expected to be honest, but now it is abnormal that people find it difficult to be honest. Like, it is not normal, but people are actually finding it difficult to be honest. So abnormal is the nearest in meaning to absurd. You know, absurd means something that is ridiculously unreasonable, something that is extremely silly. You can't even think of it. Like, why are people dishonest? Now, when you come to abnormal, like, it is not normal. So when it is not normal, you can't even think of it. Why are people dishonest? It is absurd. It is abnormal. Now, alarming means to be worrying, to be disturbing. Now, this is not nearest in meaning to absurd. Interesting means arousing interest and curiosity. Strange means to be unusual or surprising, something that is difficult to understand and explain, something odd, something new. Now, dishonesty is no longer a strange phenomenon. Like, dishonest people are virtually everywhere now, so strange is not the nearest in meaning to absurd. Now, the answer to this question is abnormal. Remember, the word absurd means to be ridiculously unreasonable, extremely silly, like, it is unreasonable. I can't even think of it. Like, why are people finding it difficult to be honest? Now, the normal thing is honesty, but now it is abnormal. Now, people are no longer honest. Now, it is now becoming a difficult thing to do, to find honest people. So, it is abnormal. It is absurd that people find it difficult to be honest. It is abnormal that people find it difficult to be honest. So, moving on to the next question, question number 37, and it reads, question 37 reads, even a mediocre student can pass that test. Remember, we have to select the option with the nearest meaning to the underlined word. The underlined word here is mediocre. Now, the options we have are dull, fresh, average, and lazy. So, which of these options is the nearest in meaning to the meaning of mediocre? Now, the first thing to do is to define the word mediocre. The word mediocre means to be just acceptable. Let's just accept it. Not very good. It also means to be of only ordinary or moderate quality. It is not enough. Let's just accept it. Neither good nor bad, barely adequate. Mediocre means to be just acceptable, not very good. So the options again are dull. So the options again are dull. Dull means to lack brightness. Like if this place is not well lit, this place is going to be dull. Also, like dull means to lack brightness. Like if a student is not bright, not very smart. Fresh means to be recently made or obtained. Average means not very good. Mediocre. So average is the answer to this question. Lazy means to be unwilling to work or to use energy. The answer to this question is average. Average means not very good. Mediocre. Remember, mediocre means to be just acceptable, not very good. Like this is not enough. We're just going to accept this. It is not enough, not very good. Now, average means not very good. Mediocre. So the answer to this question is average. Even a mediocre student can pass that test. Even an average student can pass that test. That is, a student that is not very good can pass that test, meaning that the test is very cheap. So, moving on to the next question. Question number 38. It reads, we called the carpenter to repair the broken floor. We called the carpenter to repair the broken floor. Remember, we have to select the option with the nearest meaning to the underlined word. Now, the underlined word here is repair. The options we have are restore, renovate, replace, and mend. Now, all of these options have a kind of close meaning, have a similar meaning to the meaning of repair. But which one is the nearest in meaning to the meaning of repair? The first thing to do is to define the word repair. Now, to repair means to fix something. To repair means to fix something. Oh, to mend. So, definitely mend is the nearest in meaning for repair. If to mend is one of the definitions for repairing, that means mend is the nearest in meaning. To repair means to fix. So, we called the carpenter to repair the broken floor. Now, the options are restore. Restore means to bring back, to fix, or to mend. We called the carpenter to restore the broken floor. You don't restore the broken floor, you don't bring it back. You have to fix it. Renovate means to restore something to a proper standard. To restore, to reconstruct, or to repair. Like a building that is collapsing, you have to renovate it. You are restoring it to a proper standard. Replace means to put something back. So when you replace something, that means that thing has been taken away from there. You have to put it back. Now, nothing has been taken away from the floor. It just got broken. So to mend means to repair. So mend now is carrying what the word repair. Mend means to repair something that is broken or damaged. Mend means to repair something that is broken or damaged. Now, the floor is broken. So what do you have to do? You have to mend it. You have to repair it. You can look at the meaning of repair, and we have to fix something, to mend. Now, looking at the definition of mend, it means to repair something that is broken or damaged. So, the answer to this question is mend. We called the carpenter to repair the broken floor. We called the carpenter to mend the broken floor. So, moving on to the next question. Question number 39. It reads, Mrs. Okpala gave the drunk a contemptuous look. Mrs. Okpala gave the drunk a contemptuous look. So we have to select the option with the nearest meaning to the meaning of contemptuous. Now the options we have are happy, sorrowful, knowing, and scornful. Now the first thing to do is to define the word contemptuous. Now the word contemptuous means to show contempt. What does contempt mean? To look at someone as worthless, like a look of disdain, a disrespectful look. Like Mrs. Okpala gave the drunk a contemptuous look, like a scornful look, a look that shows what someone is worthless, a look of disdain, a disrespectful look. So the options again are happy. Happy means showing a feeling of contentment. I am okay. Mrs. Okpala did not give the drunk a happy look. Contemptuous means a look of disdain, a worthless look. Sorrowful means showing grief, being sad and unhappy. Mrs. Okpala did not give the drunk a sorrowful look. She did not give him a sad look. She did not give him a look of grief. She gave him a contemptuous look. She gave him a worthless look, a look of worthlessness, a look of disdain. Knowing means to be aware of something, being knowledgeable. Scornful means feeling or expressing contempt, a feeling of contempt. Now, let's look at the meaning of contemptuous. Contemptuous means showing contempt. Now, scornful means expressing contempt. So, Mrs. Okpala gave the drunk a contemptuous look, a scornful look, a look of worthlessness, like, what are you doing here? Leave this place. So, that is the look Mrs. Okpala gave the drunk. So, the answer to this question is scornful. It is not happy. It is not sorrowful. It is not knowing. It is scornful. Contemptuous and scornful are synonymous words. Now, moving on to the next question. Question number 40. So, question number 40 reads, the Vice Chancellor's speech at the occasion was misconstrued. The Vice Chancellor's speech at the occasion was misconstrued. So, what is the meaning of misconstrued? The options we have are misrepresented, misquoted, misunderstood, and misreported. Remember, we have to select the option with the nearest meaning to the underlined word. The first thing to do is to define the underlined word. The underlined word is misconstrued. The word misconstrued means to interpret someone wrongly. Misconstrued means to interpret someone wrongly. When somebody says something and you are giving a wrong interpretation about what the person has said, you've misconstrued the person. So the options again are misrepresented. Misrepresented means to give a false or misleading representation, usually with an intent to deceive or to be unfair, to serve badly or improperly as a representative of. So when you misrepresent something, you are giving a false, different from what the person has said. You are not misinterpreting it. You are giving a false representation of what the person has said. So this is not the answer to this question. Misquoted means to quote a person or a piece of written or spoken text inaccurately. Now, when you want to say what somebody has said, you say it in a different way. You have misquoted the person. You've changed what the person has said. You've misquoted the person. Misunderstood means failing to interpret or understand correctly. When you fail to understand or interpret correctly, you've misunderstood somebody. Now, misconstrued means what? To interpret someone wrongly. So the answer to this question is misunderstood. You do not interpret correctly. You are interpreting wrongly. It is not misreported, because misreported means giving a false or inaccurate account of something. So misrepresented, misquoted, and misreported are similar. But misconstrued and misunderstood are similar. They are synonymous. Misconstrued means to interpret someone wrongly, to misunderstand, or which is misunderstood in this case, means failing to interpret or understand correctly. So the answer to this question is misunderstood. The Vice Chancellor's speech at the occasion was misconstrued. It was interpreted wrongly. The Vice Chancellor's speech at the occasion was misunderstood. And with that, we've come to the end of this wonderful session. Please join us on WhatsApp. Connect with us on WhatsApp. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like, and comment. If you have any questions, kindly drop them in the comment section. Do not forget to share this content with your friends and loved ones. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.